The scheme violated New York election law, which makes it a crime to conspire to promote a candidacy by unlawful means. The $130,000 wire payment exceeded the federal campaign contribution cap. And the false statements in AMI's books violated New York law. Mr. Trump said that he was paying Mr. Cohen for fictitious legal services in 2017 to cover up actual crime committed the prior year.
Manhattan District Attorney Alvin Bragg there. Let's bring in George Washington University law professor Jonathan Turley. Jonathan, I was anxiously waiting for this indictment, and I'm flipping through, and after our talks again and again and again about the bootstrapping of the misdemeanor to make it a felony, looking for the underlying felony.
Yeah.
Were you looking for it too?
Yeah, it's like Orient Express without the body. I mean, you're looking for it, and it just never comes up. And the weird thing, I've never seen an indictment quite like this one. That is the key linchpin. That's how you get beyond the statute of limitations. I know a lot of judges that would have been not too pleased to receive an indictment like this, would have said, you know, what the heck is this? I mean, what are you alleging? And Bragg just sort of waved it off and said, I don't have to really say. But my question is, how did the grand jury understand what it was doing? We'll see a little better with the bill of particulars. But it really raises concerns as to how well the grand jury understood these key linchpins. Because this thing has the feeling of like a legal Slurpee. It's instantly satisfying, but has no nutritional value. There's really nothing there.
You didn't see anything that we didn't already know. I mean, we were going in saying, even if there are all these counts, now we know there are 34, but as far as the there tying it to the federal crime, you're assuming it's federal election law, right?
I am. Look, the thing is, this is basically what we expected. You had people like Lanny Davis, who represents Michael Cohen, saying, I'm warning you, there's going to be a lot of new crimes here, and there's going to be a lot of new facts. Well, it wasn't. I mean, this was the business falsification theory that we've talked about. The only surprising thing is that Bragg seemed to have solved the question of his authority through ambiguity. He just removed any direct references to what this underlying offense was.
And he was asked about it in the press conference and essentially said, I don't have to tell you.
Yeah.
And he will eventually have to say in the bill of particulars.
He will. And my guess is it's going to be a federal election claim. I mean, the reference to the state election law was so general and ambiguous. I don't think that could be sustain this type of action.
So are you thinking that he's betting that this judge is just, because it's this big of a case, is not going to dismiss it?
Yeah, it's like that scene in Braveheart when he says, I hope we didn't get dressed up for nothing. I mean, he's hoping that this judge is going to be very timid and not throw this out. But there are substantial threshold legal questions here. And this case could collapse before it gets to a trial. And this is not the only judge that will have to look at this. And I think that has to weigh heavily on him, because there's no there. Now, whether he can fill in those gaps, we'll have to see. But you would think if you were going to indict a president, you would rise to that moment of history and tell people with precision what it is that you want to convict him on.
We're obviously following a lot of different cases that are happening in a lot of different places, and we'll follow it all. But on this same day, the Ninth Circuit U.S. Court of Appeals rules attorney's fees in the amount of $121,972.56 are awarded in favor of appellee Donald J. Trump against appellant Stephanie Clifford, a.k.a. Stormy Daniels.
Yeah, we didn't find any evidence of what Bragg's alleging, but they may have found evidence that there is a God and he has a great sense of humor. I mean, the fact that these things would happen at the same time is absolutely otherworldly, but that is one decision that is not going to get reversed.
All right, Jonathan, as always, thank you.
Thanks.